Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kelly Glenn. I'm the administrator for the Housing and Community Development Department, and we are here for the second public hearing. It says first public hearing on the agenda, but it's the second. It's the second public hearing for the five-year consolidated plan and 2025 action plan. Before I go into the allocations and the projects, I want to introduce Rick Sika from HP Group. He is our consultant for these plans, and I will let him talk first, and then I'll come back.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rick Sika from HP Group. I'm joined today by my colleague, Marcia Mall, and we're the consultants assisting the Cuyahoga Housing Consortium on preparation of the five-year plan. So many of you are familiar with the annual action plan involving CDBG and home funds allocated by HUD. So the five-year plan, which is also required by HUD, is a chance to take a step back and look at the larger picture of suburban Cuyahoga County. The five-year consolidated plan, so these covers the years FY 2025 through 2029. So we're most of the way through the federal fiscal year 2025 right now. The document describes the characteristics of the general population, the housing stock, and the housing market. It also describes the needs of low and moderate income residents, persons with special needs, and homeless individuals and families. The strategic plan section outlines the goals, strategies, partners, and anticipated financial resources that will be available to implement projects using the HUD funds over the next 5 years. So briefly, the Cuyahoga Housing Consortium, the program that was set up by HUD in the early 1990s, those five entities, which are the Cuyahoga Urban County on behalf of the 51 smaller suburbs in Cuyahoga County, plus the cities of Lakewood, Parma, Euclid, and Cleveland Heights, joined together because as a group they were able to leverage more funding from HUD in order to complete projects within Cuyahoga County. And the consortium also creates the perspective of about 2/3 of the population in the county. About 800,000 people are represented within that group. So it's also a way for those jurisdictions to think across their own borders and to think about the bigger issues that Cuyahoga County faces. So the Urban County has identified 5 goals through which activities will be implemented during the next 5 years. It does not necessarily mean that the Department of Housing and Community Development will allocate funds every year, or the amounts may vary. It's a guide to follow, and it's a framework that HUD sets up, and it's to allow the most flexibility to the department as they're thinking about their annual plans, because along the way, if a project is suggested, the county wants to be involved in a project that's not sort of outlined within that framework, then the plan has to be amended, which involves amending the document, a public comment period, reapproval by HUD, and that's going to be at least a 90-day process. So if there's a project that people want to get going on, there's no reason to have that administrative delay at that point. So this is meant to be broad on purpose. So the first goal is, and these are in no particular order, improve, maintain, and expand affordable housing. So the department would maintain or expand new construction, owner or renter occupied housing. The activities may include down payment assistance, rehabilitation, new construction, weatherization and energy efficiency improvements, and home modifications for disabled and elderly homeowners to assist them in remaining in their homes. The next goal, revitalize residential neighborhoods. Improve the physical condition, health, and safety of residential neighborhoods. Activities may include improvements to rights-of-way, water and/or sewer lines, parks, recreation facilities, senior centers, and/or other neighborhood facilities or public facilities. So that might sound familiar to a lot of you as well, because that's the goal out of which the municipal grant program comes. provide needed public services. Activities may include fair housing services and services to low and moderate income persons for financial counseling and home maintenance for potential home buyers. The county intends to continue to orient the public service activities as a complement to its focus on housing initiatives. For other types of public services, the county has significant non-federal resources to devote to those efforts, and those are handled by other county departments. Increase economic opportunities. The county may provide funding for economic activities that focus on low and moderate income persons. An example might be workforce training requested by employers. Now, again, the county and other economic development partners have a lot of non-federal dollars oriented towards a wide variety of programs which might be suitable. So the Department of Housing and Community Development wants to stay focused on housing and communities. And the final goal, reducing homelessness and at-risk homelessness. So in addition to CDBG and home funds, the county also receives an allocation each year of emergency solution grant funds. Those funds will be expended on activities approved through the Cleveland-Cuyahoga County Continuum of Care to support its work to prevent and end homelessness in the county. And the department does not anticipate using CDBG or home funds to assist the activities on that goal. And unless there are any questions, or we can take questions at the end, if that works out better, I'll turn it back to Kelly. Thanks.
Thank you. So in order to touch upon the 5 goals that Rick just mentioned, I will tell you some of the projects that we will be doing with the 5-year plan. We will be doing a vacant property study with our, oh wait, I'm skipping. Let me tell you the allocation amount. For CDBG, we received $4,227,608. For our home allocation, we received $2,581,380.72. And for ESG, which is also the Emergency Solutions Grant, we received $356,413. And those are the allocations for fiscal year 2025. So for CDBG, we will be doing a vacant property study through the county planning department. In addition, we will be doing fair housing counseling, which is a public service, and we will continue to do our foreclosure prevention program. The other type of projects we will be doing with block grant is we will continue to assist the municipalities with the competitive municipal grants. And we're estimating probably $1.8 million this year for the munis. We call them the munis. We will do a home repair program, but we're going to put a little different spin on the home repair program this time. We are going to be doing sewer tie-ins. I've had a lot of, the health department has been contacting me. There's a lot of municipalities where they have the sewer connection available to them. The homeowners are low income. They cannot afford to connect the house to the sewer. They can afford their assessment that they're being charged, which is a county assessment, but they can't afford that actual connection because some of those connections are $25,000 and up. Yeah, it's expensive. So we're going to be doing that. And we are going to be, and then there's another program we're going to do with the Department of Public Works. That program is going to be for the assessment portion, but it's specifically for Olmsted Township only. Olmsted Township, the 3 township trustees, I was about to call them commissioners, they're trustees. They are going to be, they want to sewer their township now, and because of that, they have people that they cannot afford their assessment. That assessment in that township alone is currently $23,000. So you have a lot of seniors and low-income individuals that cannot afford that. So we have set aside funds. We have previous block grant dollars that we set aside for that township, and then we're going to give them some additional money to help those individuals tie into the sewer. Any questions so far? Okay. On the home side, we are going to continue to do our down payment assistance program, and that is in, because we get home dollars, we're a home consortium, so that's Cleveland Heights, Euclid, Lakewood, Parma. Did I get and the county itself, okay. I thought you were telling me I missed the city. That's okay. So we're going to do down payment assistance. That doesn't mean that they have to buy a home specifically in those cities, because our urban county funds are in there too. So anywhere in Cuyahoga County, they can purchase a home and use down payment assistance. And we're going to do affordable rentals. That may be a brand-new rental that is built, a new construction, or we will be rehabbing the facility. In addition, let me see, am I missing anything? I think that's it, yeah. So, and ESG funds, we give those to the Department of Homeless Services, so they take their pot of money, which is, I know in the scheme of things, $300 and something thousand is not a lot, but they add that to their continuum of care money, and they stretch those dollars to assist homeless individuals. I'm trying to see. So from the goals that Rick said, I talked about the affordable housing on the home side, but you also look at the affordable housing on the CDBG side, because we're doing home repair, so we're still helping people maintain their homes. And then we're doing the revitalization. A lot of that is going to probably be with the munis, because we do a lot of street improvements. DeRay can tell you, we have a lot of them. And the other thing that is going to be happening next year is East Cleveland is coming and joining our home consortium. But we'll have more details about that next year. Are there any questions? Did I miss anything? Anybody have any questions? Nope. Okay. I'm going to ask DeRay to come up and talk about the municipal grants for a minute, just in case anybody has any questions or anything.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning to our virtual attendees as well. My name is DeRay Broadus. I'm a development specialist here at the Cuyahoga County Housing and Community Development. The only updates I have is that our municipal grant is now going to be on Neighborly. I sent out the link 2 weeks ago on May 14th to everyone. If you did not receive that link, please reach out to myself and I'll make sure that you get it. One thing that I did notice, whenever you go on Neighborly to complete the 2026 CDBG application, you're going to have to register. Once you register, a new screen will pop up with 3 options. The first option is affordable housing. Please ignore that. The next option is tree canopy. Please ignore that. The third option would be grantee or subrecipient. That is you. If you are applying for my 2026 CDBG program, please go to grantee/subrecipient. Once you select that, then it will open up options for you to complete the CDBG application and or the CDSG application. The CDSG, the Supplemental Grant Program, has not been released yet. You will be notified as soon as we know when it's going to be released. Another change moving forward with 2026 is that everything is going to be electronic and on our online system. Your reimbursements are going to be submitted online, everything. You can email me for any questions or assistance. I do plan on having us set up some form of Zoom meeting so our Neighborly contact can just go through a tutorial with you all. So we'll make sure that we get that out to you all. And that's pretty much all I have right now. Okay? No questions.
And at this time, I'll ask again if anybody has any questions over any of the programs that were mentioned, the new Neighborly software that we'll be utilizing for applications and reimbursements. Okay, if there's no questions, it's the conclusion of this public hearing. I thank everyone for coming.